I'm Brian Westbrook with GeekWire Studios here at AWS reInvent 2024, joined by DXC Technology's Chris Drumgoole. You are the Managing Director of Global Infrastructure Services, DXC Technology. I want to say, welcome back to GeekWire Studios. Tell us about yourself, tell us about DXC. What have you been up to last year?
Great to see you again, and thanks for having me back. Yeah, so at DXC, I look after our infrastructure business, which is our security, cloud, workplace, kind of all the stuff that makes the world run. And it's been a good year, an exciting year, and it's a great show so far.
What is the most overlooked thing about DXC?
You know, I think we're an interesting company. We're one of those things that, even if you walk around here, no one probably has even heard our brand or knows our name. But if we all put our pens down today and went home, pretty much everybody in here's life would be affected in some way. So I think people don't realize just how much the world relies on underlying technology, whether it's their plane, their hospital, their bank, their insurance company, their government. And we're really we like to say we're the technology that fuels all that. So we help all those kind of legacy companies that just make everybody's life work better run. And that's, again, you've never heard of us, but we probably touched your life in some way, shape, or form.
Would we hear of you if there was some sort of catastrophic failure?
You absolutely would. And I'll give you an example. When and I hate to say it because they're right over your shoulder, but when the CrowdStrike event happened, our team was on full alert, and we had airlines who couldn't fly, hospitals who couldn't treat patients, surgery getting done. So that's a situation that kind of exemplifies who DXC is, helping our hundreds of customers get their planes back in the air, their surgeons back in the operating room. So you would absolutely know our name, but let's knock wood and hope that that's not how you learn about DXC.
We're not gonna
more GeekWire is how you learn about DXC.
That's right, more GeekWire. Thank you for watching. We appreciate that. Now, when we were together last year at this booth, you and I talked about the new AWS partnership. I want to check in with you about that right away. How is it going a year in? How are things with this partnership?
Yeah, it's going great, and we're, if possible, even more excited about it now as we sit here than we were then. So, it was a new set of tools, money, financial, technical tools, and the ability to go to customers. And, for example, we have a large oil and gas customer, again, whose name people probably wouldn't know, but trust me, they rely on, that, with the tools and the partnership that we had with AWS, we were able to really accelerate where they're trying to modernize. Yeah. And as they sit here now, a year in, they're about 3/4 of the way through that journey, and they wouldn't have been that far along. I mean, they would have obviously been able to do it, but they wouldn't have been able to be that far along without the partnership. So us, AWS, and in this case, that customer, I'm only not saying their name because I didn't ask their permission.
Yeah, fair.
But, I think that that's just one of many examples, and we're really looking forward to doing more. I think that as this show exemplifies, more and more people are realizing that they got to live in a world where they have old, they have new, they have everything in between. And it's kind of always moving in between all of them, and that's the world we live in, and you got to figure out how to operate that way.
Right, and your company, as I recall, has always been about helping transition legacy workloads. You are the technology provider, the technology resource that these businesses can rely on, not only to transition to cloud, but for a wide variety of technology needs. Fantastic. Let's talk about outsourcing market and how it's changed for large companies. How is DXC poised to compete in this changing landscape of relying on third parties and bringing some things in, and just all the transitions?
I hate the word outsourcing, and I hate that it was even in the history of our company, as much as I'm proud of the history of our company. From our point of view, outsourcing is dead.
Yeah.
The days of a CIO sitting down and the person across the table from her, here's the deal, let's work it out, long gone. But what really is important is, to your point, there's technology older than either you or I that's still running, and there's technology that was built yesterday. And the CIOs need the confidence that they're going to be able to have that run their business, run every day, from the app stack all the way through the infrastructure. So from our point of view, we see more of that happening. It's not take over my old thing, it's, expression we like to use is today's innovation is tomorrow's steady state. Yeah. So you've built something new, it's great. I was with one of our airline customers, they have a great new app, but tomorrow that app they're running it, and that's where we can come in and really help them do that. So that's the new outsourcing, if you were to call it anything, is smaller transactions where you can help the CIO or the CDO have the confidence they need to run their business, because we're taking care of the day-to-day stuff, giving them the power to transform.
Is it safe to say that you're focusing a little more on the practical and tactical and less on the sort of, we're going to take over the whole enchilada? Okay, so more of the strategy, more of this project, that goal, this objective, right?
Yeah, and it's a technology, people, and outcome-driven conversation, whereas the outsourcing ones tend to be, they were balance sheets. They were financial. It was make this cheaper, make this less expensive, take my people. Those days are over. This is about, how do I help you drive an outcome faster? How do I help you bring innovation? We have 130,000 people around the world. How do we bring the innovation that they have into your business, whatever it is, and kind of get that power of scale? That's where it's going.
Chris, we'd be remiss if we did not talk about here on the showroom floor at AWS reInvent 2024, we'd be remiss if we did not talk about AI. Let's talk about your presence at the AI Pavilion and DXC's AI story.
Well, we definitely be remiss because it's been like 12 minutes, so it has to be said.
Right, yeah, exactly right. That's only because we've been here.
We have to meet our quota of AI. No, all joking aside, I think AI is a little funny in that it is very high in the hype cycle, and it's all everyone wants to talk about, but at the same time, it is really innovative, and I think we were with one of our customers yesterday who had a real world example of where they've helped, it happens to be an airline, they have millions of customers, use Gen AI to make that experience better. When we think about operations, we run millions of servers every day, 24 hours a day, and there's a ton of opportunity to use AI to really develop an intelligent operation, make going forward. So I do think next year is going to be a year of the wheat from the chaff, separating on the AI story, but there's real signal there. And we're really excited, specifically in operations, customer experience. Those are the areas where the use case is kind of right now, not in the future. Not to say the future stuff won't come true, but we can do that stuff now.
I have to say, always exciting stuff and always a pleasure to chat with you. Can't wait to our conversation next year. Thank you so much, Chris Drumgoole. I'm Brian Westbrook with GeekWire Studios.